guys, we are back. So we're here, episode 2 of the NHL 24 franchise mode with the Detroit Red Wings. Now, I think we got everything set up the way we want to take it into the season. I don't think there's anything else we need to do. So, I think we're going to get right into it. We're going to hop into simulation here, see how this year starts going. I did take a peek off camera at a couple other prospects I was thinking we should have, like Nate Danielson, Axel Sandin Palika. So we do have the guys I'm expecting to have, so we're not missing anybody. We still got our picks, but so I think we are ready to get into simulation. So we've got 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 games in October. I'm not 100% sold on the fact that it'll be a true record right at the end of October. I don't know if it'll be a good projection of what we're gonna be. So far 5-3, 5-3-1, 5-4-1. I mean, could be a worse start. Definitely could be a worse start. Where are we? I mean, it's gonna be a tight division. These are we've only got like 2 bad teams in this division. I expect the Canadians to be a little worse than they started off. But I mean, once again, 10 games, not enough. I'm thinking get 20 games in, and then we can take a look at stats, take a look at how things are going with our special teams, or like our PK or power play. Take a look like that. So we got 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're going to go to up here, and we're going to see what we're looking like there. JT Compher in a 7th for a 2nd and a 3rd. Nope, JT Compher is definitely a piece that we want to use this year. So I want to make sure we get as much mileage out of this team as possible. The way it's set up, I don't want to really break the team too much. Maybe just add some pieces or change how it works. And just like that, we're 12-7-1. Now we're sitting in a wild card spot, but we're 3 points. I mean, you look at every other division. I mean, there are some pretty competitive divisions here, but 12-7-1, we're only 3 points out of first place in the division. So we do have a competitive team. We're 20 games in now. So what we're going to go ahead and do is take a look. So Dylan Larkin's up at 29 points. We're going to look at everybody else. I'm expecting, yeah, Patrick Kane is our goal scorer on the first line. All of these guys are point per game, which is really nice. Do we have any minuses? Hull's a +13, Justin Hull. Petrie's a -5. Yeah, I expected that bottom D pairing to not be so great. Moritz Seider only having 5 points. I mean, he's only on pace for what, 20 points this year? So we might want to switch up our D pairing a little bit with the fact that him and Petrie are pretty low on the plus-minus. Or no, Ghost is actually up on the top line. So where's Ghost sitting? He's at a +11. I'm not remembering that incorrectly, right? I want to just take one more peek at the lines, make sure I'm remembering it correctly. Should be Ghost and Seider. And then Petrie and, yeah, Petrie and Mata. So, okay. I mean, so I guess Moritz Seider for some reason just isn't getting the same pluses that Ghost is, but he's good where he is, which means I don't want to screw it up. So he's got 14 points in 20 games. That's pretty good for a defenseman. Let's see. I mean, so second line, Raymond's at 12 points in 20 games, 12, and Perron at 10. Third line's at 14, 13, and 13. So we're getting good third line production, 3 points, 4 points, and 4 points. So pretty average fourth line points right there through the first 20. Husso is at a 913, 2.9, so he's playing great. And Reimer as a backup, I mean, 902 save percentage as a backup, not really anything to complain about that. He could easily be 2-2. He's 1-3, unfortunately, but he could easily be 2-2. So I really don't think there's anything to complain about right in the beginning 20 games. So we are pretty much through November. We're going to go ahead and get through the end of November. Hopefully we can win 1 or 2 of these games. Cross Hannes has been injured with an injured stomach. He's returning on December 6th. We're just going to go head coach right away. And we just can't seem to beat the Rangers, man. We've lost to them twice so far. We just can't seem to beat the Rangers. But we're 13-8-1. Sitting at 27 points. We're 4 points out of the division lead. But looking at wild cards, I mean, 24 points is where the Hurricanes are. So we're definitely still producing. So I think let's go 10 games by 10 games. We'll see how it goes. So that was 2. So we are now at, yeah, we're at 22. We're at 22 games played. So we're going to go another 8 games. So we got Montreal, that's 4, and then Philly right here. So let's go ahead and simulate up to this one. We'll see how we're sitting every 10 games. Wyatt Newpower's been injured with a pulled groin. Head coach replace. All right, so now we'll go best lines in the AHL. All right. Okay. All right, shootout loss. We still get a point there. Newpower's fully healed. Let's go ahead and go best lines. We're getting some wins here. There we go. We're not stringing together too many losses, which is really nice. 3rd, 5th, is Zarnik for a 3rd and a 5th? No, we're just giving up Zarnik pretty much for free. I mean, we're giving up a 3rd in 2025 for a 3rd in 2024. That's not enough value for me to get rid of my depth player like that. And just like that, in our last 8, we went, what is that? 6, 1 and 2, putting us at 18, 9 and 3. Still sitting in a wild card spot. Them Lightning, they're 21, 8 and 3. So they are definitely they're definitely an impressive team. Same with the Maple Leafs at 19, 6 and 3, and the Panthers at 18, 9 and 3, just like us. So, I mean, we are tied for the 3rd best team in this division. Who else we got here? So the best team in the NHL right now is the Golden Knights at 24, 6 and 2. That division looks a little rough. The Capitals, I mean, top to bottom is only a 14-point difference. Yeah, you don't see that in any other division. The Sharks are god-awful at 9, 21 and 1. But, I mean, let's go ahead and take a look at more stats. 10 more games in, so we're at 30. He's at 38 points. He's on pace for probably a 90-point season. DeBrincat is still point per game. Patrick Kane is still over point per game. Robbie Fabry, pretty much point per game. Now, David Perron is down at a -7. Let's see. Any bigger minuses? Petrie's at a -10. Interesting. So Perron and Raymond are minuses on that second line. But we won a lot of games. I mean, do I... Actually, let's see. I'm going to do my due diligence. We're 30 games in now, so let's go ahead and we're going to take a look at this. So Red Wings, we're going to go entire league here. Let's go goals for per game. Where are we sitting? We're 3rd in goals for per game. We're scoring out the ass right now, so we're fine there. Goals against per game, we could be better. We're sitting at 3.07. Our defense definitely could be better. Now, I knew that going in. It looked like our offense was definitely our strong suit there. Our power play, where are we sitting at for a power play? 17.8. I mean, we're like kind of middle of the pack. And what about our penalty kill? Probably worse. Probably worse than middle of the pack. Yeah, our penalty kill is hurting us. We're only at 80%. I want to be sitting somewhere about like 83, 84 by the end of the year. The Tampa Bay Lightning are up at 90% still. Wow. Do we have the most shorthanded goals for that? That's our offense. Times shorthanded. Now, are we taking too many penalties? Yeah, we're taking way too many penalties. Let's see, shorthanded goals against. Are we giving up a lot of shorties? We've given up 2. That's not crazy bad. And yeah, I mean 6, 2 and 2 in our last 10. 13 and 3 at home. That's what Hockey Town will do. Yeah, honestly, right now, I'm just going to let it ride. I mean, our team is finding a way to win games. We're finding a way to score goals, that's for sure. So, I'm going to let it ride. We're going to go another 10. We're going to see how it goes. Actually, we're going to go to January 1st, and then we're going to redo our scouts. So let's go ahead and get up there. That's a point still. Daniel Sprung has been injured with a mild concussion. Okay. Let's go ahead and edit lines manually. Okay, so Rasmussen is going to go ahead and come up to the 3rd line. And then we're going to go ahead and toss in Fisher again. There we go. That's not bad. What do we have here? Okay, we're missing... Wait. Okay, so who's on power play line 2? We have Fabry, Perron, Comfer, Raymond. So I'm thinking we can slot in... Let's slot in Cop back there. And then line 2, Cider, Fabry, Piran, Marine. Yeah, that looks good to me. And then same thing, we can slot in Cop here. So that works for me. There we go. Alright. Oh, stop simulation. I can't see what's going on. Alright, so we have strung 3 losses together in a row. We've gotten points in 2 of the 3 of them, but we need to start putting up the 2 points rather than just 1. 5-0 against the Carolina Hurricanes. And they want Petrie and Zarnik now. Nope. Or against the New Jersey Devils, sorry. Daniel Sprong is back. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and slot him back in. Let's go ahead and move Rasmussen down. Daniel Sprong is coming back in. There we go. And then power play. Go ahead and put Daniel Sprong back in here. Yep. All right. There we go. And then in 4-man. Yeah, in 4-man power play 2. I'm going to go ahead and get Sprong back in there as well. There we go. All right, we got to cancel it again. I don't know why this keeps happening. There we go. We got back into the win column there and here, so we're back in there. 20-11-5, not bad. We're in a playoff spot right now. We are 36 games in. Let's get 37. We're gonna do our scouts and then come back. We do take a win against Boston. They are actually the worst team in the division right now. That's interesting. All right, we are still behind the Lightning by 10 points. They are at 27-8-3, which is unreal. The Golden Knights 26-8-3, 24-8-5. Wow. All right, so let's go check our scouts again. So team management, assign scout. Let me grab some water really quick. All right, so January 10th there. Okay, so there's just January 14th. So let's get up to the middle of January, then we can do it again. So we'll do it there. That'll get us the most mileage out of all of it rather than having to stop again in 2 weeks. So let's go ahead and we're just going to get up to the 15th here. How many games are we in? We are 32, 37. So let's get 3 more games in. We'll take a peek at the stats. Finish it out like that. All right, yeah. I mean, we definitely dominate those bottom tier teams, it looks like. The Ducks are decent at 45 points. I mean, they're only 6 points behind us, so definitely a decent team. But, I mean, 23, 12, and 5, we look like a playoff team. So let's see. We are now pretty much halfway through the season at 40 games. Dylan Larkin is staying at about 9 points above point per game. Patrick Kane is up at 44. DeBrincat at 36. Piranha 36. All right. The Ghost is at a plus 25. Petrie's at a minus 10. So it has pretty much stabilized there. It's not great, but it's stabilized there. All right. So let's see. We've got, yeah, I mean, Kane is already a 20 goal scorer. So looking to put 40 up this year, which is really nice. All right. So let's just straight go to forwards. I mean, I don't see anyone who's like really letting us down. I mean, Berggren at 9 points is kind of bad. But I mean, he's bottom line, or is he third line? I think he might actually, no, he's fourth line. He's a fourth line center. So that's actually not too bad. I think that's a pretty good spot to be at. Ghost is at 26 points. Cider has jumped up a little bit, so he's on point for like a 35, 40 point season if he keeps on pace again. And let's see. So Husso up at 914, 2.7. That's a great season from Husso so far, 19-7-3. If we could have swung this a little bit, have him be like 6-3-2. That would make a massive difference. We would be at 25, 10-5. That would be a way bigger difference. That would look way different. That would look dominant. So not doing too bad. We have no rookie skaters, no rookie goalies to keep track of. Let's go ahead and look at the AHL points so far. Soderblom is racking up those points. Edvinsson is racking up those points. All right. So what about Casper? Really isn't doing anything down there. Wow. Okay. Johansson, I mean, but that's not who we were worried about. We want Wallander. That's who we really want. So, I mean, 19 points in 31 games as a defenseman. That's pretty good. Soderblom would be cool if he could really jump up into the low 80s as a depth player. What does he got? Top 9? Yeah, I mean, like, if he could jump up to, like, 80, 81, he could be a depth player for his whole career. That would be really nice to count on him. I wish there was a way I could look at... Actually, can I? Will it show, like, points for Nate Danielson? Let's take a look. In the system. Is Nate Danielson considered to be in the system? So, I don't think I can find him in here. I think I would have to go to Proposed Trade. And then hop into here, sort by league. Go to Nate Danielson. Does it give him... Okay, so he's at 22 points in 26 games playing for the Brandon Wheat Kings. So, not too bad, not too bad. He's still at 69 overall. Hopefully he'll get a jump in the offseason to like a 71, 72, 73 even, maybe. That would be really nice. Axel Sandine Palika. Okay, not too bad. So these are contracts we're definitely gonna sign some of these guys. Like Palika, like Dower Nilsson. We're definitely going to sign some of these guys in the offseason after this year, but that's going to come way later on. So let's go ahead and I think we're just going to get right back into simulation. I mean, is there like let's see, who's on trading block? No, I actually didn't want to look at ours. I want to look at every other team's. Is there a way to do that? Like to view trade block? Browse trading block. There we go. Okay. Let's see. Silverberg, Robert Hag, McGinn. Nah, not really anybody. We're not looking for picks, so we want to skip past anyone there. Swayman. No, we don't. We're not looking for a goalie. Nope, not really anyone there. Okay, so Mackenzie Weegar is on the block. Nazem Kadri is on the block. Weegar would be one we could look at the trade deadline. He's got 8 years left at 30 years of age, though. I don't want to take that on. That's insane. All right, Carolina doesn't have anybody we want. No, Chicago's just looking to trade away draft picks. Nobody there. Nobody. Nothing there. You guys can go ahead and leave comments as well. If Spencer Knight's on the block, you guys can go ahead and leave comments down below if I skip past someone you think might actually prove valuable for us. But realistically, I don't think we need offense. So someone like Matt Roy, he would fit on defensive pairing 2. We don't really need that. Let's see. Kalen Addison. Not really. But they're getting rid of pretty much all their defensemen. Wow. Okay. I mean, Jared Spurgeon, he's kind of old for a 4-year contract. Fits on defensive pairing 2. Jonas Brodin. Fits on 1. I mean, being able to move some of those guys down wouldn't be bad. Jonas Brodin. What's his contract look like? 5 years left at 30. I mean, he's still got elite. So he theoretically could be something we can move for at the deadline for the Wild. But keep that in mind as well at the deadline. All right. Tyson Barrie, Ryan McDonough. I wouldn't go McDonough. I would contemplate Barrie, but I wouldn't go McDonough. Nobody there. Nobody there. Nothing. 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 Nobody. Just draft picks for St. Louis, probably. Yeah, Tampa. Nobody. Toronto. Yeah, I mean, they're not going to give up any actual roster players. They're a good team. See, no. Not there. Not there. And Winnipeg would be the last team. So, Neil Pionk. An offensive defenseman. Fits on all penalty killing lines. That'll help our penalty kill. What are we looking at here? That's not bad. Okay, so Minnesota Wild and Winnipeg Jets. Okay, I gotta keep that in mind. Minnesota Wild, Winnipeg Jets. We'll go ahead and keep that in mind for the trade deadline. I think that is where we're gonna end this video, is the trade deadline. I think we're gonna get up to it. We're gonna take a peek at what we're looking at. Well, let's go ahead and go another 10. That'll put us right at the end of the month. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh wait, we wanted to get up to the 15th and do our scouting. That's what we're gonna do. So took a win off Edmonton. Okay, so we're at 54 points. I mean, 54 points would be good for pretty much third in every division. Yep. and second in some divisions, first in one, but I don't really count that division. They're kind of bad. But now we're at the 15th. Let's go ahead and reassign our scouts. Let's go ahead and get that. So assign scouts again. And what we're going to go ahead and do is just if someone is active or not. So these two guys still, I mean, I didn't want to go all the way to February because that really restricts us at the end of the year for scouting. But we're going to go ahead and do this again. We just spam through it. So honestly, I mean, the team is looking pretty good. I'll talk right now while we are, while we're going through and assigning our scout. The team looks pretty good. I knew that defense was going to be a weak point for us going into the year, but it doesn't seem like it's hurting us nearly enough to like classify it as like a catastrophe defense, right? Like, we're not losing a lot of games because of our defense. We're just not winning as many as we could be because of our defense. I think we're on the positive side of it, just it is still affecting us. So I'm not too eager to like go sell things or try to make it better and get rid of other aspects for it, because we're still winning. And that is the one thing. Our defense right now isn't so strong, but fortunately we have a lot of defense that will be coming up. So if we can bear with it and keep putting together winning seasons, getting our guys growing that are in the NHL already, like hopefully DeBrincat can have a decent season, maybe hop up to that 88, 89, get more Sider into the low 90s, mid 90s even. Yeah, he doesn't have any. So this is what I was talking about with these guys that don't have anyone to scout. I just go find prospects and I just toss it at 4 weeks and confirm assignment. But if we can keep putting together a couple good years until those guys are ready to get up to the NHL, that is the ideal goal. Let's keep putting together good years. Let's keep growing our guys in the NHL. Let's create that winning tradition in Detroit again, and we can then create the Stanley Cup contender when Simon Edvinsson and William Wallander and all those guys get their legs under them for the NHL, you know what I mean? So we're almost done here, so we're just gonna get through this pretty quickly. We got 2 scouts left. I don't think all Svenken had anybody to scout. They do. They actually do have a couple guys, so. And we definitely want to scout for these depth guys. We've got a good core for the future on our top guys. We've got Raymond, we've got Larkin, we got DeBrincat. That's a first line for the next 7-8 years. So we got those guys. We are looking for depth players. So we've got all our scouts taken care of. I also, personally, I usually won't touch coaches in year 1 because there really isn't anybody available. But as soon as people start retiring and new coaches get generated per year, that's when we can start to look at finding better fits for our team, increasing things that we are lackluster at right now, kind of like our penalty kill. But we are pretty much at the halfway point of the season. So we're going to go take one more look at where we're sitting for, as far as the entire league goes, our goals per game, our, let's see. So we're sitting at 3.67. We're 4. Really? So our team, or our division, has the top 4 teams in the NHL for goal scoring. We got Red Wings, Lightning, Panthers, and Leafs. All right. Our goals against per game did go down. So we are actually getting a lot better at goals against per game, which is really nice to see. What's our power play percentage looking like? We are in the top, what is that, 8? We're in the top 8 for power play. We're above 20%. That's really good. 81%. We're going up. We're getting towards the middle. We're getting towards the middle of the league. So everything seems like it's getting better, which is really nice to see. So let's go ahead and actually, so for you guys, what I can do is let's go ahead and just go to player stats. Patrick Kane is at 23 goals. What I'll go ahead and do for you guys is midway through season simulation number 1, like season number 1. Top goal getter is Nikita Kucherov. He's got 29 after 44 games, so he's looking at almost a 60 goal season. Top point getter is William Nylander at 62, Mitchell Marner at 61, Matthews at 56. Yeah, that top line is just lethal. Matthews at a 93. Martyr at 92 and Nylander at an 89. Yeah, wow. That is just unreal. Your top plus minus guy is David Pastrnak up at 28. Ghost is 4th in the league at 24, so not too bad. And the best goalie in the league is Vasilevsky up at 27 wins already. Wow. That's unreal. He's looking at a 50-win year for sure. Ville Husso is tied for second, though, with 20 wins. That is really nice to see. Let's see. Minimum games. We're going to go ahead and up this a couple times so that we can see just starters. So we're going to go minimum 30 games. And then by save percentage, Ville Husso actually isn't on the first screen. But he's tied for second in wins, which is really, really great. So that's a good plus side for us. Maybe even he'll get some statistical growth. That would be really nice. Let's go ahead, and what we're gonna do is probably just sim up to the trade deadline. I think that's in March, right? I think so. Yeah, it's at the beginning of March. So we're gonna take it 10 by 10 again, but we're gonna go ahead and get up to the trade deadline. So we're looking at 6, 7. Vancouver is 8, 9, and 10 against Vancouver again. So let's go ahead and get here. See where we're sitting at after another 10. That trade doesn't look too good. 1-0, 1-1, 1-2, 1-3, 2-3, 3-3, 3-3-1. Finish out with 2 wins here. We want to be above 500. There's 1. Andrew Kopp has been injured with back spasms. I will go and edit that manually because he is a decent part of our roster. Realistically, what is Rasmussen's face-offs? 74. What's Berggren's? 75. All right, let's get Berggren up there. Let's go ahead and get Joe Veleno some playing time. There we go. I'm good with that. What's Joe Veleno's face-offs, though? 75. Still better than Rasmussen, so that's good with me. Hopefully... Okay, so we did get that other win. So we did finish above 500 in those last 10. That's not bad. 29, 17, and 7, sitting at 65 points. Still in a playoff spot. Yeah, I mean, it looks like a 40-win season for sure. So let's go ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. We'll get us straight up to the trade deadline. So we're actually only going to do 9 because I don't want to hop into the actual trade deadline right now. But we're going to just go ahead and do these 9. Kopp is fully healed, so let's go ahead and get him back in there. Sorry, Veleno. Move Berggren back down, and Veleno. Get Kopp out, or get Kopp back in. There we go. All right, let's see. Seattle's a 4-2 loss. Colorado, we do take them to a shootout. We get a point off of that. Clem Costin, let's just go ahead. Head coach replace player. It's our bottom line, so it's gonna be this. It's gonna be the guy we would put there anyways. No, we don't want that. We're not looking for picks, that's for sure. Costin is fully healed. Let's go and edit manually so it goes the way we want. So we have Fisher coming out for Costin going in. There we go. Cancel the sim. Okay, so we did take a loss to the Islanders. So where did we start our 10? We started our 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We started it with Seattle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so we are sitting at 3, 2, and 1. So not too bad right now. Let's go ahead and get up here. Let's win one of these. Jeff Petrie. Yep, let's go ahead and edit that manually. All right, go ahead and go to defense. We're going to go ahead and move Wallman up. And then we're going to go ahead and get Sherratt in. There we go. I wonder if that's a bug or not. Is that a bug? Okay, so it's back down to -2, so that's okay. We take a shootout loss, and we take a win off of Colorado. So we're 33, 19, and 10. I do like that we have that many overtime losses instead of losing them in regulation, so that keeps our point totals up there. We're at 76 points. They're the wild card spots. So the guys chasing wild cards, it's the Bruins that we would have to worry about as of right now. They're 8 points behind us. So they could definitely catch up. But I think we're going to make some moves at the trade deadline for some defensemen. But that is where we're going to call this video. Go ahead and stay tuned. I am going to be posting this weekend. So this one will be going up on Saturday. I will be posting on Sunday, hopefully. If not, I'm sorry. My birthday is Monday, so I'm going to have a pretty hectic weekend. But I will be posting these every day. We're gonna go for a while in this GM mode. I'm really excited to see what we can make around this team. So I'll catch you guys in the next one, and take it easy. Peace.